The number one idea that I absolutely wanted to bring back from the cancelled 1 week plans was a hectic night dedicated entirely to Flumpty with a dramatic shift in tone. Flumpty Night, as I call it, was the whole reason I wanted to make a third game in the first place, even 6 years ago. After all, Flumpty is the namesake of the series. He's immune to the plot, he can transcend time and space. He really should be the scariest character, and I did everything in my power to make that happen. The end result, in my opinion, is even better than I'd always hoped it would be. I'm glad I didn't design this night in the 1 week at Flumpty's days, because I've learned a lot, and I was able to capture exactly the mood I wanted back then, just with better gameplay that handles a lot of the same elements in a different way. I brought back the rooms that swap places on the map, the starry hallway, the laser doors, the room decorated with a bunch of glowing lines. The addition of the dinosaur was my friend's idea. This night combines a lot of new ideas with the best of the plans I had before, and it doubled as fan service, so that's great. It was cathartic, in particular, to animate the spider-legged Flumpty scampering through the vents, because that imagery had been in my head for years, and I was so eager to make it a reality that I'm pretty sure it's one of the first things I made when I got to work on Flumpty Night. I was also excited to make the jump scare, because Flumpty is more or less a reality-bending god of death. So I wanted to make his jump scare look like a Lovecraftian nightmare. Beyond that, I really didn't go in with much of a plan. I just kept writing down ideas in a notebook and adding them along the way until it became utter chaos.
Before I really started brainstorming ideas for this game, I thought that maybe all the monsters could just be variations of Flumpty, just different Easter eggs.
Not gonna lie, I completely forgot I said this until people reminded me after the third game came out.
There was one idea I remember having for Flumpty Night that I didn't include, which was the idea that sometimes the game would randomly appear to lock up or reset or go back to the title screen, like the sanity effects in Eternal Darkness. But as quirky and fitting as that might sound on paper, in practice it would have disrupted the gameplay too much and quickly gotten annoying, so the only sanity effect I implemented was the heads-up display glitching out. The decision to compose an electro swing song for the end of the night came to me while I was listening to Caravan Palace. Go figure. I wanted to greatly outdo the little jingle in the second game while also making reference to it, and I actually thought it would lighten the mood at the end of the night, but after putting it in, I think it just made things more intense, which is even better. I think it wraps up all the mayhem in a nice little bow, and I'm very pleased with how it came out. Flumpty Night is really the climax of the game.